Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Who actually holds the larger space in his heart? Because I know both of them are in there. It's just who has the bigger room. As Nautilus going to be locked in, Peter is going to be taking Big Daddy onto the Rift this time around. We'll see whether very, very effectively. Dread going to go home after a very quick full clear. Now going to actually canter his way out. Yeah, Dove in a bit of trouble here as Kana still, of course, with the heal available, so that was not even a little bit close. As BDD was rotating up. Nice little fear there onto Croco, just to make sure that the Xin Zhao was nowhere near as here is a bit of an engage on the bottom side. Flame Chompers come in as Ice going to get zapped. Peter lit on fire, doesn't have the ignite, and he is just dead. 2v2 kill for Liiv SANDBOX, capitalizing on Peter's earlier mistake. Stop being very squishy as well. As Croco started up the Drake, that is a dredge line to land as Peter may not have wanted to. As KO goes in, he's got the Eclipse running. Dread is in the vicinity as Closer's going to Realm Warp his way forward, and Dread finds himself a great ulti. Croco trying to get out of there. Dread's going to be the first one to die as BDD gets himself down. Shadow Surge comes in, and BDD trying to clean this one up. Ice going to go down. The reset's not going to land, but Ghost is excited. Can he actually get down here and make this one work? As Closer moved forward, Q not going to connect as the zap also goes wide. Nongshim, I think, are just going to tidy up this minion wave and move on.
I think it was an MVP Chompers there because
Mega Death Rocket grabs the kill. The execute damage very high. Now have a situation where it's 5-3 in favor of Nongshim instead of against them. They are still able to grab this Drake as now Dove and Kana fighting one another. It's a good.
If you look at the itemization, could have also gone for the Essence Reaver build that we've seen a lot.
Peter?
Peter is dead.
Okay. Goodbye, Peter.
Not having the greatest of times, barring Everforce, that might be a bridge too far. And Lethality Mythic will be great as Dove.
Yeah, Dread looking for it. This horse is running real quick as, yeah, Gwen not quite immune this time around. Pretty scared though, as we can see. Dove going to be burning down, and Kana does have the ulti available, so he will survive. Dread not going to be as lucky though, as the Realm Warp does get closer towards that top side and will
Amazing here for Nongshim. Okay,
yeah.
well,
that Drake is just going to Liiv SANDBOX.
Atlas, it's going to be time, isn't it?
It is my time to shine. Heck yes. I was confident, but I was a little bit worried because I haven't been so lucky. And now she's super meta on top of being just popular in general in this region. As Shirley's going to go down, and Dread is going to get her ready for this inner turret. And this is exactly what we were talking about. Nongshim opening the map like this. It's extremely valuable for them as Peter finds a minion. And that's a decent fear onto Closer as Dove trades for the top outer turret. So, outer turrets, and that'll have to do him for now.
As we're going to spot, but not going to get anything, of course, as Dread picks himself up the Uso.
Yeah.
And in the previous situation, yeah, it's because Dove doesn't have TP, but it's also not a shocker as Kana.
Yeah, Kana is just diving on top. He does have the ulti available as there's the spinning slash. Understands that he probably is only going to have a hope of going 1-for-1 and isn't even going to be able to do that. Super Mega Death Rocket though might give him an assist. We'll see how this one goes. Away our respective sides of the map. BDD. Alright, he's going to fear some minions. Decides he wants to Shadow Surge his way out. Let's see whether this is going to work as he flashes to get away. Couple of flashes and that's going to be the end of the Vex. Nongshim unable to get there in time. As True Shot Barrage is going
to take control of the pit, and now Nongshim is just starting up Baron here.
Yeah, and Liiv SANDBOX not even checking it at the moment. Let's see whether they do throw down a blue trinket in there. True Shot Barrage is what is going to check it out, and that's not going to actually find any damage. They do now have the bad news that this is going down, but Peter, he's playing defense, is going to lock up Croco, and actually there's a response. The Xin Zhao is going to go down. It's Baron, and it's even more. This is cake and eating it too, and then having a surprise party. It's just everything that Nongshim wanted. More Shadow Surges for BDD, and that is called instant revenge for the Vex from the mid lane. And what more can Nongshim get from this one?
And SANDBOX, when that happens, you just got to give it up. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's unfortunately, as we saw, the results of their own lack of conviction, the results of their own lack of action, getting a pick on BDD and then not even getting control of any part of the map, just going for full resets. Nongshim read them like a book. Go in, pick up the Baron, and will also be getting themselves into a second Drake. And once those chompers come down, just let them have it into Tryndamere, into Jinx. but I much rather would have seen it on the Rise. As opposed to Ezreal, I think in this scenario, as Ezreal, it's pivotal that you deal as much damage as possible so that your poke is actually as relevant as it can be. And I think a Surreal would have gone a long way towards making some of your damage stick onto a lot of the tankier members. Peter, Dread, all going to take a lot more hurt if you have that item as opposed to something that will give you more survivability, but I think what you need is Croco.
Yeah, we're going to go for it. Here's the big play. Realm Walk coming on forward, but the fear is immediately there. Croco has a big old shield, but it was Ghost that had challenged him, and he's not going to win that battle. It's a double kill already. Make it a triple, as now Ice is trying to deal with these minions. Dread is just cantering like the magnificent stallion that he is, and it's another kill here for Ghost. It's the Quadra. Make it the pentakill as Ghost picks it up after the stopwatch, and Nongshim feeling way better now off the back of their world champion.
And this is the Nongshim that we haven't seen for a while, that we knew from the beginning that was here, showing up tonight here at Law Park. Really, really nice game. And as we mentioned, this was what? Hovering around maybe a 2k gold lead, and then it was close until it wasn't.
Yeah.
A mistake to convert a pick.